Hello, everyone. I'm Debbie Indihar Giordano of Master Brokers. Welcome to our weekly update. This is October 19th, Thursday, and we've got a lot of great news to share about what's going on in the Milpitas market. So let's take a look at pending sales. On the MLS, it's 21. That's quite a bit of activity and quite a lot of seller activity in terms of pending sales. So that's terrifically good. Typically around October, November, December, I see a slowdown. We will see the inventory again get a little slim, but the activity is huge, and I'll talk about that when I get to the Lassen property. But we have 4 new listings that came up: 1370 Cousy Lane, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1868 square foot. That's in the Senate Elementary School, the #1 school, and that's $1,188,899. That's probably priced right at market. 285 Falcado Drive in the nice Foothill Estates area, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1502 square feet. 950,000. That's a good price. That's the correct price on that property. 28 Firethorn Street, 4-bedroom, 2.5 baths, 1750 square feet. That's up in the northern end of town, up near Dixon Landing Road, and that's priced at $949. Those are got the smaller lots. And then 29 Whittier Street, that's in the heart of the old manor area where it's the original area of Milpitas. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1556 square feet. They actually added a second story to that home. It's not the original square footage. And that's priced at $849, and we'll see that probably go close to $1 million. So, open house weekend. Had a 2-day great open house with the 1386 Lassen Avenue property. I had over 65 families through. I was a little concerned because I actually had taken the listing over from a former broker that was not able to sell the property. So it had 70 days on market, but with some really good marketing activity and bringing the people in. We had a terrific open house. I was working with a couple of buyers through that open house, and then we had offers due yesterday, and we had a total of 6 offers on the property. And I'm happy to say that they started at $998,888, and they got $1.1 million. So 18-day close, non-contingent. Very, very exciting for the sellers. All right, let's look at current interest rates. They're holding, which is not holding buyers back from buying. 4% for a 30-year fixed conforming, 3.375 for a 15-year fixed conforming, 4.25% for a 30-year fixed jumbo, and 3.625 for a 15-year fixed jumbo. So when I look at what my mortgage broker talks about in terms of the economy, he says that the producer price index, which is the PPI, rose 0.4% from August, and it's in line with estimates, while the annual PPI jumped at 2.6%. That's the biggest gain since February of 2012, which strips away any volatile food and energy pricing, which rose 0.2% as expected from August to September, which the annual core PPI was up 2.1%. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that all means because I'm not an economist, but I know that the economy is picking up steam. You look at the local stock market nationwide, and we're definitely seeing an uptick in the economy this year, which leads me to believe that the Federal Open Market Committee minutes from August revealed that the Fed said the economy is strong enough to withstand an increase to the Fed rate increase later this year. So we should expect to see the federal discount rate raised. It will probably affect home interest rates a little bit. Certainly it'll affect higher consuming rates like car loans, credit cards, or equity line of credits, and unsecured personal loans. Those rates will go up. This is the rate that banks lend to one another overnight. That's the way to define that. However, the Fed will be closely watching inflation readings and other key economic indicators in the next coming weeks and months. So we'll report about that. All right, let's talk about the general housing economy. Do your homework to avoid the great domino effect of contingent offers. That's in the San Jose Mercury News on October 15th. The idea that your house will sell before you're able to find a new one is a classic first world problem of the real estate sort. The thought of finding temporary housing and putting your belongings in storage creates a lot of stress. I have had clients that have done that in the past, and then recently closed a deal where we were able to bridge the two, have the client move right out of the home that they sold into the home that they are purchasing. So if you can't go through a non-contingent offer, here's are some of the solutions to the problem. Select an agent that can navigate a clear solution and juggle the conditions. Coordinating with the new seller and the lenders in timeliness will help to coordinate and bring all the pieces of that puzzle together. And secure a backup bridge loan financing to pull out equity or use line of credit. So while the seller's putting their home on the market, they can get that line of credit or the bridge loan that will secure the purchase of the new home while they're closing the sale on their current house. So there could be a 30 or 60 day time lag, and that's a great way to bridge that condition. And offer a very attractive price for a new property, showing your intending willingness and a good down payment. Now that may not work here locally in Silicon Valley, but it may work in other outlying areas. And we're seeing now exodus of sellers from this local area that are buying in other parts of California that are more inexpensive or out of state. And those contingent offers will possibly work in those cases. Okay, new choices for older buyers as we age, and we're looking for other options for housing. This was put in the San Jose Mercury on October 15th. The housing industry is racing toward provide desirable options for older Americans. The sheer number of boomers is upping the demand for new senior geared options. So here's some popular choices. Active adult, we call them AA communities. Their residents must be 55 or over, but these communities are usually gated with pools and amenities. And these communities are being built near urban centers instead of outlying suburbs. The average age is usually 65 to 75, and there are rental units that are popular there. The second popular option is independent living, ILs. These apartments or homes offer a minimal number of services, such as one prepared meal daily. The housing is offered at the same site as communities providing more care. Assisted living, that's ranching it up a little bit, but this category has seen big growth following the recession, since seniors who need this option would buy into it regardless of what the economic needs are. And continuing care retirement communities. These include more intense nursing care along with the other independent living and assisted living housing on the same site. Okay, news update from the Milpitas Unified School District. I enjoy getting their updated newsletter, and I picked out a few interesting things that happened with the school district lately. On October 23rd through October 31st is declared Red Ribbon Week. I'm going to say that right. This was declared by the school board to bring awareness to the issues of alcohol, tobacco, drug and violence prevention. And Assemblyman Kansan Chu will be providing schools with red ribbon educational materials. This is a topic that I think is important to discuss with school-age children, and I think families are very open to have that discussed in the schools. Milpitas High School student honored for leading donation drive to help a Texas school devastated by Hurricane Harvey. Her name was Anvi Brombat. She was honored at a recent school board meeting. She's a member of the Milpitas High School Leadership Council. Great kid. Her drive raised more than 3,000 school supplies and monetary donations, and it expanded the help district-wide. Okay, proposed boundary change. Periodically, when my buyers are buying into different areas in Milpitas, the question is, can the boundaries change for the school districts? So that could happen, but what recently happened was a boundary change in the Rose and the Burnett elementary school pockets. These were some, if I recall, some rental units and apartments that were changed. So if you are concerned at all, you might want to check with the Milpitas Unified School District to see where your boundaries are, if they could shift or change, and what the prognosis is for the future for that. Last but not least, we were honored in the Thomas Russell Junior High Middle School on October 12th was a visit by Betsy DeVos. She's the U.S. Secretary of Education. It wasn't highly publicized because of the security nature of something like that, and she just kind of popped in and visited 4 classes there at Thomas Russell Middle School, seeing what a ethnically diverse community and how we work our school system here. And she can take that information out at the national scene. So I thought that was really great news for our local schools. All right, so any future updates for the city of Milpitas, you want to check their website at www.ci.milpitas.ca.gov. And then, of course, my website for any marketing data, DebbieGiordano.com. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Thanks.